Black folks have a really short memory. Seems like the Democratic Party has hijacked the black vote and forced us all to forget. See, I think it's time that we remember. See, I remember that Republicans ended slavery. I remember that it was Republicans that stood with us as we won our 15th Amendment right to vote. I remember that it was Republicans who fought with us to give black men and black women the right to serve in the armed forces. It was Republicans that stood with us arm in arm with Dr. Martin Luther King fighting for our civil rights. It was Republicans who stood with us as we were ending the Democratic-run Jim Crow laws. Maybe people will remember that it was Republicans that stood with us to end the reign of the Democratic-run Ku Klux Klan, or that a Republican, Branch Rickey, brought in Jackie Robinson to desegregate America's pastime forever, baseball, or when Republicans stood against the no man in the house rule that effectively ended and crippled and handicapped the black family. It was Republicans that stood against Bill Clinton and his crime bill that eventually actually put over 100,000 black men in jail unjustly. To this day, Bill Clinton marks it as his number one regret. Or when Obama canceled out $85 million that was earmarked by George W. Bush, a Republican, to go to historically black colleges. Oh yeah, but Donald Trump, he gave back $250 million to those same black colleges. Or Donald Trump's Prison Reform Act, which gave inmates an opportunity to rehabilitate, putting money back into programs that helped them come out of prison successful, more independent, positive-minded people as opposed to career criminals. And let's not forget how he called out the fake media. You know, the way that they program your minds into panic from everything from masks to COVID-19 to, you know, the rest. Racism in America has always existed and it always will. But it's easy to ignore ignorant people. Did you know that 95% of all mainstream media in America is owned by Democrat-run companies? So is it any wonder how the public has been riled up into a panic, into a political fervor, hating people of a different party, hating people of a different skin tone, rioting in the streets, looting, because the nation is suffering from post-traumatic stress. We're traumatized. We're traumatized by a media that's victimizing us every single day. And while we're sitting cowering in our homes, the Democrats are going into Congress and passing bills that actually give money, $3 trillion, to communist organizations, to terrorist organizations, to Iran, Syria, Russia, and China. This is a real bill, and this really happened. And it happened on the Democrats' watch. So I ask you, my fellow Americans, is a party that gives $3 trillion meant for our military to terrorists and communist nations, and when thousands of doctors come out and let it be known that hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and quercetin and or azithromycin Z-Pak has cured 99.7% of all of their cases, what happens? CNN goes on the warpath against them, calling them witch doctors, calling them fakes and phonies without asking for proof. Without asking for proof. Is that journalism? Censoring us everywhere we turn and then panicking an entire population? Falsifying death rates, falsifying infection rates, getting it wrong at every single turn. Is this the party that you think you need to vote for? Well, not me. Because I remember.